I would cut out the whole frame and cut it into different little pieces. And so you can see that is comb honey. There's a wad. Hi, Wad. I'm Tara, and I'm the founder and owner of Two Hives Honey. So we'll definitely get into these. Our mission at Two Hives Honey is to educate and engage our community on the importance of all pollinators. We do that through unique experiences and by helping our community provide habitats for honeybees and our native pollinators. So just getting a good fire going. You don't want hot smoke blowing on the bees. At Two Hives Honey, our honey's a little bit unique because first of all, we do only comb honey. So comb honey is the only way that you could find honey even 100 years ago. Bees build beeswax, which you've all heard of, and then they store the honey in the comb. Generally, commercial beekeepers spin that honey out in a centrifuge, bottle it, and reuse that wax comb. What we do is we cut the whole frame out. The beeswax is edible, and I think the honey tastes way better just out of the comb. It's untouched by human hand. It's the freshest honey you can get. Secondly, our honey is harvested by neighborhood. So you've seen single varietal honeys on the shelf, lavender, rosemary honey, for example. We don't do that. In order to do that, you have to put bees and acres of one single forage source. What we do instead is place hives across the city and let whatever the forage is available in that community affect the flavor profile of that honey. We harvest it separately. So the honey may be similar in two communities, or it could be completely different from one year to the next. Think of it as like wine. It's very similar. I really want to find the queen for you guys. Oh, I see her. She's right here. She's in a good spot to see. You see her? See that big butt? This is my first small business venture. Prior to this, I worked for the federal government for almost 10 years, in which I was in and out of conflict zones and was really sick of that, and I was looking for something different and new to do. So one of the first early resources that I learned about was that the city does free small business coaching. It's actually the first resource I heard of, and I went to the small business orientation, and I remember going to that class with just a little idea, and so when it got to me and I told everyone I wanted to do neighborhood honeys, everyone in the room went, oh, and I thought, well, there's my market research. So that's where I first started, was with the city of Austin, and I was assigned Jeremy Barnt as my small business coach, and I go and see him about every 6 weeks. He's introduced me to so many people that I wouldn't have known otherwise, that have been really beneficial for the business. He's sort of part business coach, part therapist, part bestie, whether he likes it or not. I depend upon him for a lot of things. Did you hear him just pick up? Did you hear that noise? I do love the bees. I'm the crazy bee lady. I mean, I look at them like puppies. It's funny, when you start keeping bees, you feel like they're following you. They're not, right? They don't see me as their mother. I would like to think they do, but they don't. But I see them everywhere I go, but it's not that they've suddenly discovered me, it's that I've discovered them. And since I started keeping bees, I noticed the tiniest flowers, the tiniest bugs. Like, it's just opened my eyes to a world that I feel like I had never seen for 34 years that I suddenly see. So I love them. They bring me so much joy.